Hey there, wild ones. Welcome or welcome back. It's been a minute. I had kind of needed to take a step away, but we are back here. And yeah, so I've decided that it's going to be a little bit different. I'm just going to, the intention, anyways, to do monthly and mid month messages on this channel. And so if you are here from before, thank you so much for being here. And if you are new, welcome, welcome, welcome to all of you. I'm so grateful to be back on the channel and recording again in a different capacity for the new year. So I hope that you've had a fabulous holiday season and a happy new year. And we're going to go ahead and see what message needs to come through. This could be for 2025. It could be for January. It could be just kind of a timeless message. So whenever you come across it and it resonates, it's for you. But again, I am going, the idea is to do monthly and or mid-month, but not really have a timeline, if that makes sense. I don't know. Probably the beginning of the month and the middle of the month. Two messages a month is the idea. That could change, right? Not set in stone. So that might be what's coming through for you, actually, because I just keep hearing nothing set in stone. It's not set in stone. Now, we are going to do 3 different messages with 3 different decks. Very kind of mini message energy coming through here for you. So let me just finish shuffling here real quick and we'll get into it. I hope that life has been treating you amazing. I hope that all things have kind of led to home. I don't know why that's what's coming through, but all roads lead to home. Kind of that's coming through as well. So interesting that that's coming through for all of you here. All right, let's go ahead and see. Feeling a little bit choked up, but some emotions coming up, a little choked up, a little kind of scratchy or emotion in the throat. So some of you may have been feeling that lately. That might be an energy coming through here. We're going to get 3 cards. The idea is 3 cards for each of these for minute messages, but we'll see what actually ends up panning out or coming through. The middle deck here, this one, may have more. Of course it might. So, ooh, okay, well, we got 4 on this one. Now, these could go together. They could be separate. We've got a jumping card over here. Let's see. Okay. Now, listen. This first message out is for somebody who could be having or feeling a bit of turmoil. Could be in a space of that, okay? This card here, the last one, the one that flew out. Kind of that twist and turns energy. So you have care required. Guard yourself against deception and be careful of making foolish mistakes at this time. It kind of feels like for some of you, you've already been in this space or this place. Okay, so if this is you, just know that we all make mistakes. Okay, we all sometimes make what could be considered foolish decisions. That doesn't mean that we can't grow or learn through them. Okay, use care, have gentleness and grace with yourself, but also guard yourself against deception or against people around you that may not have the best intentions for you. Okay, you also have travel. Some of you, you've got long distance communication will open up your life. Ooh. Okay, exciting experiences for single and career advancement for others. It feels very much like this care required. Ooh, that doesn't want to stand up. Try to get it so there's no glare from that ring light, but it's not always easy because of the way it has to sit up. I apologize for that. I've got to figure something else out for that. Either way, okay? For some of you, this is where that long distance communication could be a scam. Okay, that's what's coming through here. So be sure that you are paying. Now, this says will open up your life, yeah, which is great. Some of you may be traveling, some of you, but a long distance communication could be where you need to guard yourself against deception. Make sure you're not being scammed by somebody. That sounds too good to be true, okay? Because you also have commitment here. A commitment is indicated around love or business. It will make you feel better, okay? So you see, both of these have to do with singles or love, relationship. and career or business. Okay, so be careful in those areas. Okay, yes, there is that energy of good energy coming through. Just make sure you're not making foolish decisions, or you're not letting yourself be open to deception or pain or hurt that is or could be avoided. That is, if it's too good to be true, it probably is. That's what's coming through. Okay, because you also have twists and turns. So carefully, right? Carefully, beginning, last. Okay. Carefully made plans could be thrown out the window as major changes and interruptions surround you. Make sure you get lots of rest to cope with all the upheaval. Okay. So you do have positive energy coming through as far as exciting experience for singles and career advancement for others. Okay. And commitment is indicated around love or business. It will make you feel better. Okay. You do have that positive energy coming through. This is a balancing out, making sure with that care required in the twists and turns that you're researching, that you know who you're talking to, that right. And sometimes it's easier said than done. Spirit just wants you to be aware and to be paying attention. Okay, for that first message. So we're going to go ahead and get these guys out of here. And we're going to move on to the second message. So let's see what's coming through. Ooh, nothing actually came out. Okay. All right. As I said, probably not going to get just, oh my goodness. It's like things are falling apart. Okay. So for some of you, ooh, that is very much making that screen black. I've got to figure something else out. For some of you, it feels like things are falling apart. For others, it feels like things are falling together. Okay. You have in May. Okay. May. You have chain of events that will affect your life. See, we just kind of talked about that. Table, hard work ahead. Okay. I feel like that is making this darker. And then flute, disappointment in a friend or lover. Okay. And you have ladder, climbing towards success, and apple, temptation will test you. Okay, so yeah, there is a potential for temptation in May. Okay, some of you need to know that there's a chain of events that we right here, right? Chain of events that will affect your life. There is something that's going to be happening. It feels like a friend or a lover. Okay, has a temptation. And there is that disappointment towards it. It's going to be hard work to move past or through it if that is something that you just like to do. If you don't, that's your choice, okay? But for some of you, you feel as if it's climbing with that ladder, climbing towards success. You feel as if you can overcome this or whatever it is. Now, this is going to be a big decision for you. Again, it could be that you find out in May, it could come to a completion in May, it could begin in May. However this works out specifically for you, there could be infidelity or an affair involved, okay? In one way or another, temptation that will test you, this says, but you have disappointment in a friend or a lover, okay? So disappointment, that disappointment may actually be the chain of events that precipitates this temptation. Okay, it could be you, but it does feel like it's happening in May. There is going to be hard work to overcome, but you are in the space of climbing towards success. Okay, so however this pans out specifically for you and your situation, whether it's you with that temptation, whether it's your a friend or a lover in that temptation, however it could even have to do with a partnership in one way or another, or money that has been lent or borrowed. Okay, but there's something that's going to test you. Okay, this chain of events feels very much like it's happening or has obviously something to do with me. Okay, but there is that climbing out above. There is that hard work ahead, but there is climbing towards success. So however this plays out for you, it does feel that it probably will have a positive outcome, as long as together or in whatever way that decision is made to work towards that success, to climb that ladder. Okay, and actually it's coming through that it doesn't have to be together. Okay, there's that hard work. It may be that there is something that happens that that puts this chain of events into place, that begins like almost a domino effect, that this happens, this happens, this happens, and then you make a new decision that puts you on the path of climbing the ladder to success and potentially leave this person behind. However this works out for you, I am in your corner, rooting for you all the way around. And I do know that you, in whatever capacity that this is, and the decision that you make will be successful. Okay, let's go ahead and check on that third message now. What is that third message here? Oof, jumping cards. Okay, well, that one's the one. So here we go. 1, 2, and 3. Ace of Swords. 9 of Pentacles. 3 of Swords. Shut up. Wow. This is so interesting that this has come through. This feels very much like all 3 of these messages could have to do with love. Okay. This one is starting with the 3 of Swords. All right. The 3 of Swords, for some reason, I don't know if it's this, it just makes that screen look so dark. So I'll have to come up with something else for that. Maybe just a chalkboard or something. A black chalkboard probably, or a dark one. I don't know. We'll see. We'll come up with that. But that 3 of Swords. Some of you are in that space. So this person is in a space. The person that this specific message is for, of heartbreak. Oh my gosh. And I am sending you so much love because, oh, whoa, if we don't know about heartache, we haven't lived yet, right? Heartache is something that we all feel, okay? Some of you, and was it, there was like that emotional energy coming through at the beginning, okay? So this may be where that's coming from, but it feels like very heavy energy. The message, for the person that this message is for is in trauma, fear, and this could be coming from this one as well, right? All of them, in fact, kind of lead to this 3 of Swords energy. And what's coming through is, even though you're in that space, this Ace of Swords is here to let you know that there is clarity and there's truth that is ready to ring through. Okay, some of you, there's a breakthrough that is ready to come, that is ready to assist in kind of mending the heart. Now, it's going to take a minute. Grief, trauma, pain, sadness, loss, all of that is it's just not really stuff that we generally get over just like that, right? And there are different spaces, different places, different timelines for each and every person. But this Ace of Swords is here with this energy of clarity, of truth, of having a breakthrough. Something is ready to come through for this person that this message is for, of truth. Okay? A truth is ready to come through, a truth that is going to set you free. Okay? A truth that is going to set you free, because you also have the 9 of Pentacles here. Okay? That 9 of Pentacles is that energy of really having that achievement and or reward. Okay, really, for some of you, you have been looking for answers. You have been wondering what happened. You've been wondering why it happened. You've been wondering if it had to do with you. Okay, if this was your fault, whatever your 3 of Swords specifically is, if it was your fault, having shame or blaming yourself or feeling guilt for that. But that 2 of Swords is here, excuse me, that Ace of Swords is here to remind you that, you know what, there is a truth. There is that energy of, you know what, it cuts both ways, right? That sword kind of slices both ways, and it's cutting back all of that energy of potentially what has been added, the fat, if you will, that has been added, that potentially when we think about things, we can change our perceptions, we can add things over time. Oftentimes we tend to side towards the energy of not positive or negative just because it feels easier to believe or to move into that energy. But this Ace of Swords is here bringing that truth, bringing that breakthrough energy, bringing that energy of, you know what, this isn't what happened, or maybe that changed, or maybe but there's an energy. For some of you, you've been concentrating a whole lot or using your mind a lot, and this is sharpening of that. Okay, this is that clarity, that breakthrough. You have this energy coming through with having a new vision. It's almost as if you go to sleep with this Three of Swords energy, like that pain, that hurt, and throughout the night, that energy of clarity comes through, that energy of truth comes through, that breakthrough comes through in your dreams. Maybe you're visited by somebody and it cuts away everything that isn't. And by morning, it's like you have this new kind of lease on life. You have rewards. For some of you, there could be a potential for healing that comes in, and there's a feeling of achievement and reward with that Nine of Pentacles in the waking hours. Okay, so this is for somebody who is almost, it feels like this whole message is actually for somebody who's in the throes of heartbreak, and it created a chain of events that has led them to this space. And that understanding, that clarity, that breakthrough energy is just, it's right here. It's almost like it's right on the tip of the tongue, if that makes sense, ready to come through, ready to have that new understanding. Um, and it's just going to take a little more time. For some of you, by May, right? Because May was a month of time frame that came through here. By May, your whole life is going to look different. For others of you, you're going to begin having this healing energy in May. And for others of you altogether, each one of these messages is completely separate and doesn't have anything to do with each other. And you are seeing and feeling and resonating with the part that was meant for you. For others, all three of these do good together. And so however that resonates and works for you is how it's meant to. But the person that is this message is for, or these messages are for, is somebody who is overcoming and achieving and being rewarded. So that looks great on you. Okay, that's what I have. I'll see you in the next message.